We'll be using the horizontal division method in order to write improper fractions as mixed numbers. So we're going to start off with 155 over 3. Remember that the fraction bar here means divide. So this means 155 divided by 3, which will become our mixed number once we do the math. So based on learning the horizontal method in the previous video, the number that's being divided is going to go here, and the number it's being divided by is going to go on the outside. And then we say, how many times does 3 go into 1? Well, 3 can't fit into 1, so we'll put 0 there. 0 times 3 is 0, and this number comes back up to the top. And then we say, how many times can 3 go into 15? Well, 3 can go into 15 exactly 5 times. So because 5 times 3 is 15, so we'll get a 0 here, and that comes over here. So how many times can 3 go into 5? Well, the closest it can get is by 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Now, the other examples we didn't have a remainder. So when we have a remainder, that's going to get a mixed number instead of a whole number. So right now we have a whole 51, and then we have 2 pieces out of 3, because our original denominator is 3, so that stays the denominator, and then the 2 is how many pieces we have left. Therefore, 155 divided by 3 is the same thing as 51 and 2/3, and that would be changing this improper fraction to a mixed number. Let's look at the next example on the inside of your notes. 47 over 4. So think about how you'd set this up. The 47 should go on the inside of our boxes, and the 4 should go on the outside. And then what number goes above the blue 4? Well, what times 4 is 4? It's 1. And then how many times can 4 go into 7? If you say 2, that's too big, because 2 times 4 is 8. So 1 is as large as you can get. We subtract, and we have our remainder. Now, to write this as a fraction, our original denominator is a 4, so that stays a 4. And then this is our numerator. So 47/4 is the same as 11 whole and 3/4. Okay, let's look at example 2. Set this one up. We're going to have 377 and 5 on the outside. And then how many times can 5 go into 3? It can't, because 3 is smaller than 5. How many times can 5 go into 37? The closest you can get is 7, because if you do 8 times 5, it's 40, so it's too big. So we have 35. We subtract, we have 2 left over. That comes up here. And how many times can 5 go into 27? The closest you can get is 5. 5 times 5 is 25, and we have a remainder of 2. So what's going to go in here? Well, our original divisor, which is our denominator, is a 5, and then our remainder is the 2. Therefore, 377 over 5 is the same thing as 75 and 2/5. Okay, please try practice problem number 1, 93 over 2. So you're going to have to draw your own boxes here for this method. 93 goes here. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. So our answer is 46.5. Please try example 2. You'll notice this time I just skipped the -0 part because this number will stay the same. So the answer is 17 5/6. Try problem number 3, please. And the answer to this one is 24 1/9.